Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge interior wall sconce called the Airis Large. This is going to be the 2064-60. Let's get into details on it. It is 33 inches tall, 6.8 inches wide, has a projection from the wall out of 4.6 inches. Backplate on this guy is going to be 33 inches tall by 6.12 inches wide, and then the mounting height, which is the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your electrical outlet box, is going to be 16.5 inches. A great way to show you some of these details is to show you the installations instructions, the same paperwork that's going to be in the box when you get it right now, and let's do that. So look over on your right hand side of your screen and you can see some pull down menus. Scroll down a little bit and you're going to see on the right, way over on the right, midway down, there's going to be a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. That is going to have lots of information. It's going to show you how the whole thing goes together, how the bulb goes into its housing, full parts list, but the best thing about it, it's going to show you the back plate. And it's going to show you how it goes onto your 4-inch junction box with some really good detailed drawings. So take advantage of that since it's there for you. After that, why don't we talk about that lamping? It's going to be using a GU10, and you can see the little socket next to me in the picture. MR16 is basically this kind of reflector that pushes light down in one direction. Hubbardton Forge is going to say this is a halogen fixture, and it's going to cap you at 35 watts, I believe. 35 watts for halogen. That's because of the heat generated by a halogen bulb. I just use LEDs in this, and there's some great, this is an Amazon Basics GU10, see the little prongs at the top, reflector LED, and when you do get this, just make sure that you order the color temperature that you guys like. That's really important on these guys. So I tend to like that kind of warmer incandescent light. That's going to be 2700, 3000 Kelvin. And then everything beyond that, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, is going to be that brighter, whiter daylight. So it's really important that you do that. And then just notice that if it's a dimmable or non-dimmable LED. But these things work great. I use these all over our showroom, and they provide tons of light. I think this is a 50-watt equivalent, pulling only, I'm guessing, about like 7, 8, maybe 10 watts of electricity. So there's really no limit other than this bulb, the MR16 GU10. And then just, you know, kind of go to town as far as what comes out of it, because your limit is the bulb size, really. And like I said, these work great. So moving on from here, you're going to have a lot of options on this, so let's kind of go over them slowly. You're going to have the accent, which is what the light's going to be pushing down on this. You're going to have a seated clear tube, which is next to me here. So that's going to be a clear tube with little air bubbles in it. The light's going to push down through the glass, hit those air bubbles, and kind of refract out. That's going to be one. You're going to have you're going to have a mesh tube. So the mesh tube is basically kind of a gold and silver screen, like screen that's in a screen window, in a tube of screen. That's another one. You're going to have a textured plate, and the textured plate is always going to be the same color. It's going to be kind of this silvery gray tone. And what that is a piece of aluminum bigger than this guy that has been warmed up, and then they impressed these lines into it, kind of like a waffle iron, think of it like that. After that, why don't we talk about finish? So you'll notice that you're going to have two finishes on this. You're going to have, well, what do you have? You have vintage platinum, which is going to be the kind of brighter silver one, like almost like a bright aluminum, and then you're going to have soft gold, and it's kind of like a warm aluminum, we call it that. But if you guys like this as well, there's also exterior versions of this same sconce. It's basically the same thing made out of aluminum. So pop over to our outdoor fixtures and look at the outdoor version of this, and that's going to be available in all the coastal finishes. So if you actually are looking for like dark smoke or bronze, you could be able to get those. They'll be in the coastal finishes, which are a little different than the interior ones, but at least get you in that direction. So check those out, okay? So I think that covers basically everything you need to see on this. Our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures that are spread across 2 floors. We have a What's on Display page. It's on our website, back in the red tabs again, so open that up and you'll be able to see everything that's here. We are constantly adding to that. We also have a clearance center here. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. It's an amazing deal. Have to come here to use it. Can't call us about it. If you are going to do that, measure everything you can think of before you guys come. Measure your ceiling heights, counter lengths, all those kind of details. And then the other thing is bring a decent size SUV or something that can take a lot of stuff home, because a lot of people like to take advantage of our clearance center, and it's an amazing deal when you're here, trust me. So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There is no tax if you ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets, are non-returnable, as are custom things. But we'll always talk about that long ahead of time, so there's no surprises. And we also offer a rush program. So Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. They don't stock anything. We can cut that time in half. It's very inexpensive. Best way to find out about it is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call me during regular business hours, which is every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and our phone number is 802-446-2400, okay? And I think I might have mentioned, or maybe didn't mention, our showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6, so there you go. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Check out the other sizes of this too. If you guys have any questions, just drop me a note, okay? Thanks. Bye-bye.